I'm sorry, I can't assist with your request.
He's out. He's getting the medical attention at Oblenis Hospital in Athens, Ohio, which at the time was recommended he be transferred to a larger hospital for more specialized care. All right. So it's interesting. I think everybody was being abused. That's an abuse of an elderly, right? But did he start this? Now they want cash to bond out, etc., which they're not going to get from this family. All right. So there's Gary Siders. There's Elizabeth Siders. The grandma we don't know too much about. But here's another one. Here's Linda Siders. And here's a little more. Here is the grandma. All right. That's the grandma and the grandpa before all of this. All right. Or in between. Linda is the grandma. Gary Sr. is the grandpa. And Lynn Siders is the daughter. According to Elizabeth family, Linda was the one who would notify Lori Russell, Elizabeth's monster, whenever Elizabeth would have another baby, which was every 2 years, right? In April of 2026, Linda posted a picture showing that. Look at the screen. Lynn and Gary at the property. Guys, this is at the property where the children were found. I questioned who had taken the photo since it was clearly taken at that house. Now, as you will see in the second photo, Linda was there all day. Why did Linda never call authorities? Or does she claim that she never saw the children either? Guys, look at this. I mean, come on. This is all going to court. This all matters. All right? All of this matters. And there's going to be a lot of witnesses in this. This is so creepy. Right? These are the people. This is grandpa. This is grandma in front of the house. 2026. All right? It's clearly taken at the house. And Elizabeth Siders' attorney, Tommy Stoley, talks to local media. And he's trying to get her out of the inside of the house being pure evil. He does not want that narrative. He also told him that all the children were born in hospitals. Stoley said there's no evidence to suggest that the children were confined to the 12 by 12 room. He said that Elizabeth told him the older children had phones and social media and that they all shared inside jokes. Let's listen for a minute.
The children.
He visited her in jail this afternoon. He said today she shared more information about her children and told him they were all born in hospitals. He says that he takes issue with comments authorities made calling those conditions inside the home pure evil and wanted to dispel some of the rumors. Here's some of our conversation.
Is it your understanding that the kids were forced to stay inside?
I don't think we've seen any evidence to prove that. There's been no evidence to suggest that there were any restraints in the home, that the children were locked or forced to remain in the 12 by 12 room. I think this is one of the things that's been really sensationalized on the internet.
Is it your understanding that she wanted to be pregnant this many times and give birth to this many children?
So what she's told me repeatedly is that she and Gary wanted a big family. I don't know if they wanted a family that was this big, but they repeatedly said, she's repeatedly said to me that she wanted a big family. She said that kids are a gift from God.
Has she talked to you about how the kids were treated at all, how they fed them?
Guys, kids are a gift from God. Yes, thank you. I wanted to say that, cat's meow. We saw the pictures. This is not sensationalized, sir. This is absolutely deplorable conditions. Now, you could call it evil or you could call it not, but it's disgusting and it's horrific. And yes, I absolutely hope they'll be drug testing them and even the children. Right. Can't pay. That's the messed up thing, man. That's the messed up thing. That town's got to take care of that now. I know. I know. Hey, Stoley is filtered with dirt at the bottom, all right? Stoley with a little bit of dirt and a little bit of flavor. All right, let's continue. We got a lot today, guys. You guys got your notepads and your notes?
Them or what the dynamic was like inside of the home?
Absolutely. So quite honestly, when I go into the jail, I've been there 3 times. Every time I go there, we end up talking about the kids for a significant portion of our visit. What she tells me is that the kids had phones. Some of them had social media, the older kids. I don't know how.
But do you see how they cleaned this out now? Look at the window and the door. There was things coming out of the window and the door. It could be, absolutely. When the DNA testing comes back, guys, you couldn't even. I love it. Birth control is a gift from God. So is soap and trash bags and brooms and dusting spray and, even outhouses. They could have got an outhouse instead of just shitting all over the place like a bunch of feral things, right? Exactly. That's what we're getting to. Melissa has been a member for 26 months, 2 years and 2 months. That's a long time. Love my Guilty of Crime family. Love you too, Melissa. How you doing tonight? You are a day one. You and Sadie's mama right there. You and her are day ones. You guys sat there when no one else was sitting there watching this damn show. So thank you.
Active they were on that social media, but she tells me that they had little inside jokes. And I think the big thing with that is it doesn't jive with the way that this case has been characterized in the public. Because when you use language like feral kids, you're imagining people that have been isolated away from human contact. People who have
Well, the conditions don't make any sense. Juanita, welcome. Love you too. I'm glad that you're here. It has been a while. Everybody's coming out of the bushes. Yes, these are my day one people. Love you guys. I was talking to 2 people at one point.
never interacted with any sort of social media, with the internet, with humans outside of their own home, or even humans in general, who are completely lack the ability to use language. There's nothing to suggest that that is the case here.
So the kids can communicate.
That's my understanding, yes.
Okay, so the good news about the kids communicating is that they will be able to talk to law enforcement and tell them whatever they want once they get some counseling, right? They're not going to want to talk to anyone. This is a traumatic thing, all right? Again, there's some more things, guys. A pattern of stolen children, the Cider files, or Cedar. This lady says, as I dig deeper into the family, the more narratives shift from coincidence to deeply concerning pattern. While piecing together the timeline, one chapter in particular demands to be heard: the 2002 marriage of Richard Siders and Tessie. All right, the numbers don't lie. In 2002, in the state of Ohio, judge signed off on a marriage between a 48-year-old man and his 14-year-old pregnant bride. This wasn't a relic of the 1800s. This was the turn of the 21st century. A systematic failure. The details of this court approval are infuriating. The judge's stance? When questioned years later, the judge who approved the union claimed he only vaguely remembered this case. Okay, lack of oversight. There's no intervention from the from CPS. No prosecutors were involved. A child's future was decided in a vacuum, with the court failing to provide the most basic safeguards. The legal loophole? Legal experts interviewed on this case have stated flatly, law enforcement should have been alerted. The fact that they weren't speaks volumes about the culture of that time and place. Human cost. Tessie eventually broke her silence. While she expressed that she does not regret her own path, her reflection on the matter is chilling indictment of the system. Yes, some get pregnant before 18, but if the father truly loves her, he'll wait the years to marry her. Oh, this is disgusting, man. Tessie now stands as an advocate for change, firmly believing that the age of 18 should be the absolute non-negotiable floor for marriage. She is a voice for the version of herself that was denied the right to childhood. And why this matters? This isn't just about the one marriage. It's about the family culture where child marriages appear to have been normalized. I'm going to show you that next. All right. With the judge that signed off on this. Richard Siders passed away in September 2025, but his marriage to Tessie lasted over 2 decades. All right. We don't even know. I don't have a picture of Siders right here, but Richard Siders was married way older. That's a person in the Siders family was doing this as well, guys. She's now advocating against this. Now, as they continue the investigation, they're looking at how these institutional loopholes were exploited for years. The public records, the history, Who was protecting the children, and how did this become standard procedure in Gallia County? All right. So there it is. There's Tessie. Look at this. This is the pattern of stolen childhoods. This is Richard Siders that passed away. He is part of that family, and he married a 14-year-old at the time. He was 3 decades older than her? Yes. There she is right there. And now she's advocating. She was married to that old man and forced to have babies, and she didn't even know it. I don't even think she realized until the after